Welcome to Los Angeles Memorial Stadium. Today, an in-state battle between a couple of teams from the state of California, both hoping to claim a golden victory. It's the San Jose State Spartans and the USC Trojans. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
USC trying to get back to national prominence. They have not been able to crack that college football playoff code. A 9-4 season did show signs of improvement, but it wasn't good enough for fans. They do return quarterback Jaden Maeva. He has shown some talent and composure in the pocket, but USC's got work to do to get back to national relevance. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Spartans ready to kick it away first. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one as the return is stopped short of the 25. The Trojans offense will get first crack at it today. Onto the field for the first time is Waymond Jordan. He's one of the top runners in the sport, and certainly they'll go to him early and often.
Well, it's a program time and time again, whether it's Heisman trophies, All-Americans, first-round draft picks.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And I think this offense was looking for a reason to ignite the home crowd, coming out on first down, throwing the football, but the defense was ready. Nice job getting to the quarterback, making a big sack on the first play of the game.
The Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Williams open on the right side. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Looking downfield, it's Maeva. Turns it upfield.
Look, I know this guy's tiny, but on these slant throws as a DB, you got to get your hands on him because he's just too quick. He's going to cross your face too easy otherwise, and he did right there.
That last completion left him with 2nd and 3. Let's see how aggressive they are. Back to pass again. Snagged in the middle. It's Anderson. Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Just keeps slinging it. Makes the catch. It's Bowman. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Well, you're seeing this offense aggressive here right out of the gate. I don't even know if they're planning on running the football the rest of this game, the way they're throwing it right now. I mean, they're just throwing caution to the wind. And, David, we know it. They've got a lot of confidence in their skill players throwing the ball, and right now that's been very apparent early.
Well, and now you knock me back on my heels a little bit. Now I'm like, oh, crud, is this their game plan? Is this going to be pass, pass, pass? So defensively, I'm thinking, how do I make my subs? Do I go dime? Do I go nickel, right? Like, they're definitely pass happy, but the first thing I have to do is get a pass rush and make this quarterback feel uncomfortable.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
That last connection just a hair short of the first down, but it opens an array of opportunities on 2nd and short. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Still third down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Unloads to the wideout. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a fourth down.
That's one thing this defense takes a lot of pride on. They like tackling the catch, and they like being around the ball. That time, he was in proximity to knock that thing loose. Nice physical play.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. And this one is perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Spartans offense will now get its first chance with the football. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Snap on first down, wants to throw. He's going to take a shot right away. He's got it down the field. Off and running. Inside the... And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Caught in the backfield, it's Barber. Could not make his way to the corner.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jordan. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Moves the pocket. It's Mayava. He's got an open man. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Drops back on first down. In traffic, it's Anderson. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
The Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Quarterback keep. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
And the Trojans send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. San Jose State's offense takes over and heads onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Right side, it's Riley. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Left side is Ivy. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
And the Spartans come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Got him on the RPO. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
The Spartans will line it up on 1st and 10. Keeps it himself. Now the toss. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
Sets his feet. It's Weaver. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his target down the middle. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Man, this guy's closing in quickly on 100 yards receiving. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. We knew he was going to be a big part of the game plan and the strategy, but every time they've looked his way, he's been making a big play, and that's something the defense, they have to be aware of moving forward.
Snapped on 4th down. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's McClure. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
Well, this quarterback has a ton of confidence in his wide receivers to win one-on-one, and you're not going to get a bigger opportunity to prove that than on that 4th down. That was a throw vertically down the field. Not an easy one to complete. He just knew where his guy was going to be and when. Stuck it right on him, and they keep the drive alive.
Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
They just keep firing. Out wide left, it's Ivy. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Weaver. Rushes on. He's on the move. There he goes. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
And, man, I absolutely love that from this quarterback. He is not a blazer. He's not going to outrun any defensive backs on the field. But I love when you take the space that a defense gives you. They want to play a certain coverage. They want to leave up all that space open. Nice job taking off, running early in the football game, setting the tone, showing the defense that you're willing to run.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. They took it 71 yards down the field, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. From inside the 10, here he comes. He's tackled right there, but a good job to pick his way and find some room on that return. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Gives it. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Well, when we're talking USC offense, it all starts with Mayav at quarterback. We get that. But, David, we also know they've got to have balance. One thing Lincoln Riley has always done, no matter where he's been coaching offense, is making sure that they can run the football as well. The Trojans always recruit well at that position. They do well through the portal, and that's not going to be any different this season. They've got to be able to toe it.
It's never any different, and they will always commit to it. And I think the quarterbacks usually get the acclaim and the fame, but the running backs, man, they're always going to find those guys. Even as a young guy, King had to step in with several injuries a year ago to tote the mail. They're going to run it. They're going to commit to it. It's a huge part of Lincoln Riley's offense and the reason that they're successful.
Churns into the pile. They got him on the ground. Great tackling by this D to stop him short of the first down marker.
These situations in football come up all the time. You practice them all throughout the week. Short yardage, gotta have it situations. I am not bringing my punt unit on the field. I gotta bow up, prove to my team, to my unit, to everybody out there, I can get this first down. Let's go.
Looking for room. Bottled him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The run inside, it's Bates. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Second and long here. Looking to pass. It's Weaver. Finds his big tight end. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Fresh set of downs going up top. It's dropped after taking the hit.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
On 2nd and 10, a 4 wideout set, trips right. Hits inside, it's Bates. Picked up 4 yards on the play, it'll be 3rd and 6. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
On the run, fires downfield. It's caught. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
And I think Lincoln Riley really showed why the move to Jaden Maiava the year before was the right move. He got a little bit of experience, and then last year you saw him just absolutely take off. I think the biggest thing that stands out is always the poise. He never seems rattled. The moment never seems too big. And Palmer, another year with Lincoln Riley. Probably expect him to take even another leap this next year forward.
No question. Video game numbers loading right now for this guy. And listen, he lost some talent to the NFL draft, some first-round talent at wide receiver. But you know in this system, you're always going to have other guys to throw to. And now that he's even this much more comfortable, expect the numbers to be off the charts. If he can stay healthy, they can win the conference and compete for a national championship.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
Looking downfield, it's Maiava. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. Trojans used to be known for student body right, and they can still do that. But with quarterbacks like this, you want to put it up.
Yeah, I think they hung that up years ago when they started to find, you know, big, strong quarterbacks that can throw the ball all over the yard. So I like the student body right, student body left, but that's a little old school for me, RD.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Quick give. It's Jordan. Spins away from the defense. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease, he puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Wide receiver's going to get a shot at it on 1st and goal. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
Great play by the defense there. Backed up in their own end. Offense trying to go jet sweep, but you see the defenders. They knew exactly who was getting the football, and they made the tackle right away.
Sells to fake. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Trojans. Into the end zone for 6. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Looking to throw, it's Weaver. Fires left. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Left side is Bates.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
And the Spartans will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. He's brought down, and he looked for room to return it, and there wasn't much there. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Hit and drop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
I like the idea going toss to the field, but you got to have better blocking by your wide receivers out there on the perimeter. They didn't get it done, and as a result, that's a negative play.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Got there right as the ball did, jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the 3rd possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical 3rd down, forcing an incompletion.
The Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. From the gun, it's Bates. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the 1st down.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Oh, pressure's coming. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety.
And that's one the quarterback just has to learn from. When you're backed up like that, you've got to be able to get rid of the football. And I know he's got to scramble. He's trying to break out to the right-hand side to see if something positive can happen. But all that pursuit is coming after him. He needs to throw that thing away, live to play another play, but instead, he gives up the big safety.
Looks it in. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Third and long coming up. To the air, it's Mayava. Fires to the tight end. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Out wide left, it's Williams. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
And the Trojans can really attack on this second and short. Keeps it on the option. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot. Get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
The Trojans are rolling down the field. Wants to throw one first. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He'll be thinking about that one, almost an interception.
Man, you kind of wondered when were they going to cover this guy. He's been making catches ad nauseum. When was he going to get some special attention? Nice job by the defense. You could tell they were forcing the football there. Broke on the football, almost had the big play.
Long way to go on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Makes the catch. It's Bowman.
Well, we knew coming into this one the tight end was a big part of this offense, and you've seen it early in this game. They've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments trying to stop this guy.
They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. Push is ahead. Nice move to pick up yardage. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. There's a little room there. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
This drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
And wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry and shut that run game down. Like, they were ready for that. Second down now. A little more space for the offense, backed up, a little more room to operate and try to maybe find some windows to throw a football here.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Trojans. The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. A 67-yard touchdown drive there, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. On the move from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Out wide right, it's Riley. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Look out! Into double coverage, and he picked it off. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
It's so easy to be up here in the booth and say, you should have put more zip on that. Sometimes you got to use the lob wedge. That time, you probably should have used the driver.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. They put the brakes on him. The Trojans use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Well, the offense is running towards the open grass, right? They're going toss play to the field, but way too much penetration defensively, forcing that tackle for loss.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
The Trojans looking to convert on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, the gamble pays off offensively. 4th down, being aggressive, and they throw for it. How about the job the receiver does winning his route and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football?
And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Makes the grab. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by USC. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Complete. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. It's good.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Los Angeles. This tight end is enjoying quite the day through 2 quarters. It's amazing how athletic tight ends are now and just how much they're utilized. He's played a starring role in giving them this halftime lead. And with that, let's send it back to our men inside the world-famous LA Coliseum.
The Trojans will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. They'll open the second half with a run. Nowhere to go.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
The Spartans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Weaver. Makes the grab. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And that's a picture-perfect start for this defense. To start the second half now, your team's got the lead. You get to stop right away, get the ball right back to your offense to try to expand this lead. Nice start to the second half.
And the Spartans will send out the punt unit. Fields the punt. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Left side, it's Jordan. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Now on first down from the 43. Right side, it's Barber. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Mayava. Fires quickly. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Out wide left, it's Coleman Williams. Not just hard-nosed running, that's cement-nosed running as he gets it to the 25.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
Wants to keep it in the air. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Jordan.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. And that one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
That last play might have helped the completion percentage, but not the attempt to get the first down. They'll try it here on third. Throws to the tight end. He's got it on the run. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. The play will stand. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Rush right in his face. He's got it on the move. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, USC! Fit it in the window for the score.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. I mean, you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
If they have any intention of getting this drive going, they better come up with something on 2nd and long from the 10. Dropping back, it's Weaver. Here comes the heat. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this is why this team is losing this game right now. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times, almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
The Spartans decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He's got great speed. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. He was grabbing for anything he could get a hold of and wound up with a fistful of face mask, and it'll cost him 15. Drops back on 1st down. Left side, it's Bowman. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
Dropping back, it's Mayava. Grab near the marker, it's Barber. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down, and the quarterback, Reese, has to play with great timing because if he's too early or too late on the throw, that might get picked.
Caught by Williams on the right. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Finds his man on the RPO. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Powers inside. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in 3rd and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, like, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better on 3rd down.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And the stomping has commenced. My goodness, he is putting on a laser show right now. Liner, Palmer, Pat Hayden, Marinovich, you name it. These guys are going to be looking up at this dude.
Just spinning the bean all over the yard, and that's why you come to USC. Those names you mentioned, and you know that ball's going to be in your hands. You get to go make plays, and he is doing exactly that.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. So they move the ball 37 yards on the drive, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
To throw, it's Weaver. Out wide right, it's Anderson.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
And the Spartans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to throw. Under pressure, and they got it.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. Third play of the drive, they get a sack. They're staying aggressive, and they're getting after this quarterback.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced a punt. Here on third down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
The Spartans line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And this QB has been on top of it. He's made good reads, you could tell, taking care of the football, put up a lot of yards. He's over 350 on the day now.
Straight ahead, it's Jordan. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
2nd and long here. Moving the pocket, it's Mayava. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds his tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And the Trojans will call on their punt team. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. That's reeled in, it's Riley. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And you can just see the excitement this defense has every time this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
And the Spartans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air, it's Weaver. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Man, it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense and stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense on schedule.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. And down he goes. A sack on fourth down, and the defense gets the football back.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Here on the Trojans sideline, the team is rallying around their quarterback. He has been terrific today.
Touchdown, Trojans! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
I got to be honest, as a guy that used to play for Steve Spurrier, I never have a problem watching offenses continue throwing the ball when they've got a big lead, and that's what you've seen in this one. They're way up on the scoreboard. This coach is still letting this guy chuck the rock. That now his 5th passing touchdown, and I believe you keep throwing it until the defense proves they can stop you.
Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Spartans offense ready to go to work. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down.
Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Out wide left, it's Anderson. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. All the way down at the 33-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Sets his feet. It's Mayava. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. He's dropped.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
And, guys, that completion might have helped the old confidence, but it didn't help the down and distance. 2nd and 10 here. Seven-yard pickup on that one. 3rd down and 3 coming.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the 1st down and avoid settling for the field goal. They're all over him, and this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. San Jose State's offense takes over and heads onto the field. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
Rush is on. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Back to pass, it's Weaver. Oh, pressure's coming. The throw. Left side, it's Riley. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Wants to throw on 1st. Throws to the wideout. Oh, the spin move. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
The Spartans look to keep this drive humming. Fresh center downs going to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10.
And that's this guy's 3rd catch now on the drive, and I like how this offense just keeps going back to him. Look, if you're not going to cover him, we're going to keep throwing him the football. We don't have to overthink this thing, and as every completion happens, the quarterback is gaining more and more confidence in this guy.
Motion from the wide receiver. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Look out! Being chased. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Running inside, it's Bates. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
And this defense, they were ready for that third down. That you could tell they smelt the option coming, did a great job, aggressive, downhill, went and got it, got the tackle for a loss, forcing the 4th down.
Might as well go big or go home. They need a touchdown, and it looks like they're on their way home anyway. They'll go for it on 4th down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, San Jose State. Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense has struggled, and you're down by 1,000. But I like that they continue to fight.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Jordan. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He'll keep it on 2nd down. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And I think everybody wants to run the option nowadays, but the problem is, can everybody read it? You got to be able to stick the ball in the belly of the running back, and you have to be able to understand, or I'm pitching it to him. Whatever the read is, you can tell he was a little bit confused, a little bit slow, and that's why the defense won this rep.
Slips away. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He gets a block. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. Rush right in his face. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. The run inside. It's Jordan. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Hit as he throws. Caught over the middle. It's Bowman. And he makes a completion there. Set up and in business at the 20. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Out wide left, it's Jordan. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Drops back. It's Mayava. Completes it in the middle. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
This kicker's leg is getting a workout. He's already made 3 field goals, and here he comes again. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown, and there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. And listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Pulls it, trying to get the corner. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good 2nd down situations.
And the Spartans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Turns it on at midfield. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here.